Hi, I'm GG Benitez, a certified international property specialist, connecting Dubai's incredible real estate market with my US and Canadian investors. And today, we're going to touch upon an area that you should definitely know about to start your investment journey in Dubai with one of the best developers in all of the area. Let me welcome Praveen to our show from Skyline Developers.
Thank you so much.
This is season 2 of the Dubai Connect podcast. So please introduce yourself, your development, and what your history and background is.
Okay. I'm myself Praveen Menon. I'm from Skyline Builders. I head the operations of the company. Like Skyline Builders, the legacy, when you talk about the legacy of Skyline, we are a company established in 1989 in Kerala, in India. So that's like from then on, if you look at for the last 35 years, we have done about 158 projects in the south of India, delivered about 16.8 million square feet.
Wow.
And around 8,000 customers across the globe. And this market alone, we have around 2,000 plus customers. And I've been with the company for the last 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That speaks a lot. That speaks quite a bit.
So mostly heading the sales.
Okay.
Earlier I was heading the sales because we never had project in Dubai. We were selling the Indian projects to the expats over here. So I was more
Indian
for
projects to the expats over here.
Yeah.
So which means the expats over here are already familiar with
Very
your
much.
brand.
Very much. Especially the Indian market, if you talk about Skyline as a brand. Unlike in Dubai, the government rules or something if you talk about, delivering the project on time is a challenge, especially in the South Indian market where we have successfully delivered 158 projects on time. That is the highlight. All of them. And Skyline is known for the on-time delivery and even for the quality for that matter.
Great. And I want to get into that.
Yeah.
Before we do, if you were already so successful in India, what made you come to Dubai?
See, as I was telling, I've been here in this market since 2002.
Okay.
So off late, if you look at, the second generation, especially the second generation, they've started thinking of investing outside India and especially in Dubai when, the return on investments are much, much higher than when you talk about the Indian market. So that has really shifted the focus of market to Dubai, basically, if you ask me.
Okay, yes, it has. The numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Okay, so that explains why you came to Dubai. And then when you came to Dubai, why JVC? Which is Jumeirah Village Circle for my viewers.
Yeah. So as I said, we have been in this market for last 23 years. So the market is very familiar. And then while we decided to do a project here, we were studying the whole of Dubai, where to invest. So if you take the whole of Dubai, say 85 kilometers or 90 kilometers, JVC is centrally located. And
explain that when you say JVC Central, because you will have some people that will say JVC is the suburbs of Dubai.
Never.
It's not.
No, it's not.
So yeah, please
It's not.
Paint the picture of how it's centrally located.
Okay, so I'll make it easy for you to understand. See, the whole of Dubai, when you talk about, say, let's take 90 kilometers. JVC is centrally located. Why? Because from JVC, when you travel towards the left, 20-25 minutes to your left, you are at Dubai Airport, which is the beginning of Dubai or the old Dubai when you talk about. And 25 minutes to your right, you reach the Maktoum Airport, which is the new Dubai, the end of the new Dubai.
Yes.
So this is one reason why JVC is centrally located.
Okay.
And other thing is, if you look at the 3 major highways that connect Dubai, the Sheikh Zayed Road, which everybody is familiar with, and then the Al Khail Road, the parallel Al Khail Road, and the Mohammed bin Zayed Road. So all these 3 roads get connected to JVC through Hessa Street. So this is the highlight. And moreover, if you look at the current developments, Dubai government is investing around 650 million for the expansion of Hessa Street, which means, this community has a very high importance in Dubai today. And it connects all the major malls, if you ask me, like Mall of Emirates, Dubai Hills Mall. Dubai Mall of Emirates is about 12 minutes drive, and Hills Mall is about 10 minutes drive from the community. And within the community, there's a Circle Mall and 2 international schools. And JVC is quite known for the communal parks. There are around 56 parks in the community.
Wow, so nice and green.
Especially the project which we are doing, Skyline Avantgarde Residence, when you talk about, you have 6 parks surrounding the project. So these are some of the reasons. And Jumeirah Beach is just 10 minutes drive.
10 minutes?
It's just 10 minutes drive from the community. And all the free, like Jebel Ali Free Zone, the Dubai Internet City, Knowledge Village, all within, 10 to 12 minutes drive from the location. So location is very important, and that's the reason we chose JVC. And it has the highest return on investments as well, if you ask
That's
me.
a very important questions to the investor or important questions concern and circle around the ROI. And with ROI, I know here you define ROI as rental return, but even capital appreciation is how they determine the success of an investment. So if I'm a US-based or Canadian-based investor and I want to dip my toes into the Dubai real estate market, I may not even be deciding to come here. I just want to start to capitalize on the opportunities in Dubai because it is the top real estate market in the world.
Exactly.
JVC has some of the most affordable entry points.
Exactly.
What's the price per square foot right now in JVC?
See, JVC generally, we have entered the market with a very catchy price, actually, being the first project in Dubai. So if you look at our price, it's average about 1,200 per square feet. This is the price.
Dirhams, by the way.
Dirhams,
yes.
1,200 dirhams per square feet is what we are selling. The return on investments in JVC, if you look at, it's around 8.5 to 9.5% off late. Say a 1-bedroom worth $1 million dirhams will fetch you a rent of 110,000 dirhams annually. That's the kind of returns today we have
and this is,
JVC.
Again, very transparent real estate market. So I've always known, and you can prove it by going to such websites such as Property Finder, right?
Of course.
That JVC is that long-term, if you're looking for the least amount of risk.
Exactly.
The least entry price.
Yeah.
But the highest
ROI. Yes.
It would be JVC.
Definitely.
And you said it's 8.5
to
9.5%. And no property taxes.
Yeah, exactly. There's
no capital appreciation taxes in Dubai.
Exactly.
So it's a great, and then the price per square foot, as you said, it's
1,200 dirhams.
Yeah. Okay.
But generally, if you look at, the quality products, like the quality what we give, those kind of products today in the market, if you look at, it's pitched at 1,500 to 1,600 per square feet. So the advantage is, invest in the property now so that by the time you get completed, it can even go up to 1,800 per square feet in JVC. So that's the highlight I would.
When you address and project capital appreciation, do you just project as far as when handover is? So if someone were to invest in a property today, are you projecting to the investor by handover, you can expect an average of, and what do you, by the way, project for your project?
See, with the current market, I said, see, even like projects which is completed like a few years back, which is being now come into the secondary market at 1,600 and 1,700 per square feet. Belgravia is one to highlight,
Yes.
So those kind of
Belgravia, yes.
Especially when you give the quality, yes. People are really looking at quality today. Especially investors from US and places like Canada.
It's very important. And that's the thing I will tell you, Praveen, why this podcast is so important to me. Because in the United States, for so many people who haven't come to Dubai, one of the first questions I address is how safe of an investment is it? And of course, we know, and I share all about the Dubai Land Department, the precautionary measures, the regulations, and how, obviously, this is why you have ultra high net worth investors from all over the world trusting Dubai. Then the next question is what area, right?
I would just love to add a point when you said about this, the RERA. See, because we are a developer based in India, and we have the same RERA system even in India, for that matter. But believe me, the rules the rules in Dubai is much more strict than what we have in India. For example, like as a developer, see, normally in India what happens is when you have the funds going into escrow account, you always have a provision of take back 30% of the funds from the account. But in Dubai, the thing is they will ensure that the builder has already parked in the funds to complete the project.
Correct.
and then you take your margins after a year after the completion.
Yes.
So that's the way the government has designed the RERA rules.
To protect investors.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
incredible.
It's incredible.
And,
yeah,
and
of course.
sharing that has really, given comfort, right? And confidence into investing.
Exactly.
And then we come and say, okay, so we know your money's protected. We know that when you're wiring, you're working on an off-payment plan, and it's protected through the escrow account managed by, and RERA is the real estate regulatory agency arm of the Dubai Land Department.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then the next question is, if we look more further out, and that is important to me to address to my clients, the resale value. And that's where quality really comes into play, right?
True.
Because if you're just buying the least expensive opportunity to get into the Dubai land, to get to buy real estate market, then what's going to happen when it's time to resell if you don't have a quality product?
Very true. No, see, we always believe, as Skyline, we always believe on a long-term relation with the client. We have well studied the market. So if you ask me, back home, we have a 360-degree service. When I say 360-degree service, is like, even after the handing over of the apartment, we help the clients with resale of your apartment, renting out your apartment, and even, in absence of the client, if it is a transit home locked up, we help you with the cleaning of your apartment, payment of electricity bills, telephone bills. See, these kind of services are never introduced in Dubai by any of the developers.
Right.
And that is one area where we are going to really focus on, customer satisfaction or giving a long-term service.
And the long-term
for the clients.
strategy.
Exactly. And even now, if you look at Skyline projects, we believe in repeat buy and, network sales, basically. So the moment an investor is happy with the developer, I'm sure he's going to bring in his friends, family to the builder. So this is where we strongly believe in. We are going to work on this as well on a long term with the clients.
You're actually singing my tune. This is the most important thing that I have been told by a developer. It's that long-term strategy, because I'm not, certainly my partner and I are not looking for that quick sell, but we're looking, like you said, for that referral network, for that return customer, and working with a brand. And so we've addressed the safety, we addressed delivery on time, which, by the way, most developments are typically late in Dubai, but there are a few that are known for delivering on time, and you prioritizing that and having the experience with that is important.
Exactly.
And then the quality is important when it comes to, first of all, enjoying the property yourself and attracting the renters that are going to come in and use it, but also for long-term, for resale. What else, if you were to point out, if someone were to ask you, what are the 5 differentiators with Skyline to other competitive developers in JVC? What would you say are the top 5 differentiators?
Location, definitely. Location is the most important thing when you invest in Dubai, for that matter. So location is one thing you can rely on in Avantgarde. Locality, definitely yes. And third, I would say the space, the living space, if you ask me. Because generally what happens is, Dubai is a market where most of the units are sold by the agents. And for agents, it's not about the builder. It's just the ticket size they talk about for the investor. But when you build a real home, or the apartment which should appreciate, or even for the end user for that matter, space is an important factor. So if you look at Avantgarde Residence, we have designed all the apartments which is 20 to 30% bigger when you talk about in terms of size.
So you're getting more for your price.
Exactly. So our one bedroom would be around 850 square feet usable area.
That's a very good size.
Starting from 850 going all the way to 900 square feet.
Okay.
And the 2 bedrooms would be in the square feet area of 1,353 square feet, which is as good as a 3-bedroom size in JVC community when you talk about. And the advantage of this is, may it be an end user or may it be an investor, tomorrow when you rent out, you get a better rentals for a bigger apartments, which is done in quality. And the 4th speciality of Avantgarde, I would say, is, we have utilized the floor space and the wall space in terms of the storage. Every single minute space is being utilized for the storage space, because this again lacks in most of the apartments in Dubai, if you look at, because developers save cost on these, or they cut cost on these areas, but we have really worked on all the interior works, and we've given maximum storage space in the apartments.
Exactly why we're doing this podcast.
Exactly.
Is to steer and guide these investors in the correct way, because there are a couple or a few developers that are heavily marketing to the United States, and when a client calls me, I say to them, I mean, sure, I can sell any development. I get paid the same. You pay my commission. It doesn't make a difference to me. But if I'm helping guide and strategize you to make you happy in the long term, let's make sure it's someone who delivers on time, someone who's known for the quality, the brand recognition, the space, the location.
Locality.
And locality. So I love all of that. Who do you believe, or I know that you have done a lot of market study, that JVC is catering to? What is the demographic JVC caters to?
See, I would say it's a mixed community if you talk about in JVC, but especially JVC community is known for the European crowds and even the US people who have come in, especially those who work with free zone companies. A lot of them stays, and then see, as I said initially, the highlight of JVC location is it's a community with a lot of open space. A lot of parks, like around 56 parks in the community, which attracts mostly the family people into the community, for that matter. And then it has international schools within the community. So these are some of the specialties of this community. Because whereas if you look at the neighboring community like Arjan or any other community, they don't have these kind of facilities. And it's a community which is already developed with malls, clinics, and all those things. So the mixed community, I would say it's a mixed community, and it's a pet-friendly community as well.
Pet-friendly?
Yeah,
we love. Americans love to hear that.
I know this. And JVC is, yes, exactly. It's a pet-friendly community.
I actually noticed that Dubai is starting to cater more and more to pets. What is the least expensive unit that you are offering right now in your project?
We have studio apartments, which is of 450 square feet. Which is at the price of 650,000 dirhams.
But what are the ones that are the strongest for the long-term rentals? What size?
One bedrooms.
One bedrooms?
Definitely one bedrooms in the and the square feet area of 850 to 900 square feet.
So what is the least expensive one bedroom then, based on if a client wants to obviously invest with something that's going to have the highest long-term rental returns? We would suggest one bedroom. So what's the least expensive price for that?
Least expensive would be about 1,060,000, 1,080,000 approximately.
Incredible. Dirhams.
It's about 1,200 square feet.
Yes.
Yeah. But generally, as I said, it's the initial launch offer what we are giving for the quality what we are giving, because we know that for the first project it wouldn't be huge margins what we make. But yes, let clients enjoy the quality, and then that's where we penetrate into the market.
What's next for you?
We have already invested. We have the second land parcel again, which we have invested in JVC. And we are on the process of sourcing the third land outside JVC.
Outside JVC, are you going to venture out? That's what I was going to ask.
Exactly.
Okay, but JVC it's a safe bet.
It's a safe bet because, as you said, we have the mid-income segment as well investing in the community, and it gets the best rental returns. Even because the thing is, being an investor, your capital investment is a big thing. So if locations like Jumeirah Garden City or Business Bay, your capital investment is going to be huge, and the ROI is not going to be as promising as that of JVC. So on an investment perspective, if you look at JVC is the best because you have a minimum capital investment with the maximum returns.
What are your payment plans?
We have a 50-50 payment
50-50.
plan. That's something another interesting. We have a 50% payment during the construction progress in about 30 months. And then at the time of handover, you make the balance 50%, and the investor can opt for a loan, finance as well during this.
Up to 60%. So foreigners can secure financing for up to 68% right before handover.
Exactly.
But that's interesting that you have a 50-50 payment plan, because that is becoming quite rare to see here in Dubai. As demand is continuing to rise, and we don't see any slowdown of the demand with the population growth, with the Dubai being a top tourist destination. Now you're starting to see 70-30, 80-20 payment plans. So the advantage of that 50-50 is that you're leveraging less capital before you're able to, let's say, secure financing before handover. At what point could somebody resell? If somebody wanted to purchase today and they want to resell the property before completion, how much do they have to pay?
40%.
40%.
40%. Once they've done with 40%, they can
resell it if they want to. And what is the expected handover date?
See, as per the agreements, sale purchase agreement, we have mentioned it as Q4 2026.
Okay.
But between us, see what we have internally planned is December 2025 is the internal completion date we have planned.
That's your goal
ourselves.
internally.
That's the core internal.
Okay,
And
but legally, what you have a promise
is
is
2026,
Got it.
the quarter 4. And the thing is, what we have planned is once on completion, we do the snagging for. We do the snagging.
Explain how the snagging process goes, because Americans don't know the term snagging.
Oh, is it? Okay, because it's very common in India actually. So normally what happens is once on possession of the apartment, the client along with the developer visits the apartment he or she has invested. They take a tour around the apartment, looking if the finishes are good and if there is any mistakes or something happened. They just make a list where it has to be corrected. But in our case, what we do is once after the project, the occupancy certificate is received, before we inform clients that the apartment is ready, we do the snagging. We, as an internal, the builder does the snagging. So the sales department along with the engineering team, we visit the apartment.
Wow.
We do the snagging and so we act on behalf of the customer. So if I go for the snagging and I act on behalf of my customer, I say that no, this is not right or has to be corrected. So all this process will be done before the handing over. So on a safe bet, and next say 90 days, say March is what exactly we try to hand over the apartment. So it's always good that clients feel that they've got the best product and an early handover date too. So that's.
I can tell that you take a lot of pride. In what you do.
Yeah.
And clearly by how many years you've been with your company and the experience that you have, having established a strong brand in India and already having people from here invest significantly there, that the sky is the limit for you here.
Thank you.
And I think it's very important that we do offer and discuss JVC because of the fact that it offers a much lower entry point to the market. Of course, with that, it means that you're not necessarily known for the strongest short-term rentals, but that's going to be a riskier investment if that's the property and more expensive investment. Right? If you want that short-term rental, you're going to have to look at seafront, more premier locations where tourists are coming, whereas you're catering to people that are living here. And a lot of the end users, and as you said, Americans and Europeans that are moving here due to the significant job opportunities and job growth in Dubai.
Exactly.
Great. Yeah. So walk us through the amenities that Skyline Avant-Garde provides for its users.
Yeah. See, while we were designing the apartment project, the mix of apartments, if you ask me, we have 62 studio apartments, 93 one-bedrooms, and 17 two-bedroom apartments. This is how we have designed the apartment.
How many?
17.
There's not a lot. There's not a lot.
And most of them are sold as well, for the two bedrooms. Actually, but then we are trying to make a combination where combining a one bedroom and studio into a 2-bed plus study. So we are working on this because we understand, especially as we rightly said, being an end user segment, there's a huge demand for the bigger apartments.
For the families.
Yeah, exactly, for the families. So what we did is, we are redesigning the 1-bedroom and studios combined option into a 2-bed plus study.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when we talk about the amenities facilities, we have very thoughtfully and functionally designed the amenities and facilities. When I say this, on the ground floor, we have given a guest lounge. For the fact that most of the apartment studio customers, if in case they start living there, you have a guest or a family member coming in, and if it is somebody who you don't want to take them into your apartment, you can always reserve the guest lounge where you can entertain them. You have a coffee machine.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So we have a coffee machine, we have a TV lounge and all those things. So you entertain your customer on the ground floor, and so that's one amenity, and then. Connecting to that, we have a communal workspace, say 8 to 10 people, where they can sit and work together, or even, especially when it comes to studios, it's mostly single working women or bachelors who stay here. So they would definitely have work from home and all these things. So we have given a facility like that. And then we have given a warm reception area for the fact that most of the apartments today, off late, after the post-COVID, when you ask me, most of the apartments, you have this Airbnb concept of renting it out. So definitely, especially the tourists, when they come into the apartment, you should have that cozy feeling when it is given on Airbnb. So that's one reason we have given a very warm reception area. And adding on to this, we have 22 plus world-class amenities facilities. We have a 20 meters infinite pool. And then we have a sunken seating within the pool. So this is something you see in the hotels
I
basically.
love it. Like the Atlantis Royale has that as well. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
So you have a sunken seating, and then we have baja shelves within the pools, the water baja shelves, and then you have a kids pool separate.
Okay.
And connecting to the kids pool, we have a splash pad area.
Okay.
Especially when Dubai, it's summer. Summer is more. People
Just a little hot.
Yeah. And kids would love to play in water.
Yes.
So then we have a splash pad, and then we have landscape gardens, a coffee seating area, a sunset deck, and then kids play area outside. And apart from all these, we have a silent cinema on the rooftop. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, which is like,
Really catering to people not having to even leave the community to be able to enjoy so many different facilities.
Yeah. And then we have a barbecue station.
Okay.
With some dining area, and then we have a walkway around the rooftop. And then internally we have infant caretaking room, and then multi-purpose hall, so on. So these are all the amenities facilities we have given in the property.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to check out your show apartment.
Sure, definitely.
To really check out that beautiful quality
Yes,
and that upper luxurious vibe that you
yes.
are bringing
Sure.
to JVC.
You're most welcome. I would really want you to come and visit my apartment.
See it with my
as
own
well.
eyes, right? And be able to share it.
Definitely,
So,
yes.
thank you, Praveen, for
Thank you so
taking the
much.
time out of clearly a very busy schedule selling to come and be able to help share
Thank you
with
so
my
much.
investors back home why JVC and then why Skyline.
Why Skyline,
And I
yeah.
think you did a beautiful job of sharing the story about your development, your history, and the quality, the differentiators, and what makes you very unique. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So with that, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, and stay tuned for the next episode of the Dubai Connect podcast. This is season 2 of the Dubai Connect podcast.